So, one of the things I learned from a mistake in my professional life is not to get too comfortable in your role. I used to work with probation and DCFS girls at a group home like place. It was actually a cottage, and instead of having only a few, like 6 girls, we actually had 19 girls. And I ended up taking the role of shift supervisor very suddenly. And so everything was just very new to me. But I took it on, and early on, I ended up losing one of my girls. Not losing, but I had to be accountable, or me and my staff had to be accountable for our 19 girls. And so at some point, a staff was walking towards the cottage where we worked and saw one of our girls walking down the street. The girl did not respond to that staff and did not go back to their home. So when that specific staff came into our cottage and asked me where that girl was, I said she was wherever I had last seen her, in her room or in the dining area. And the staff proceeded to tell me that actually she was walking down the street, and she was AWOLing, which was the term we used for running away. And at that very moment, I was in panic mode because we are responsible for the safety of our girls, especially, given that we work at a group home and we have these probation girls and these girls from the Department of Children and Family Services. And from that moment on, I learned that I shouldn't be comfortable in any position that I'm in. I know that it was a new position and I maybe wasn't so familiar with everything, but I had already known that we didn't check on our girls quite as often as I thought we should. And that's something else I learned, is to take the initiative and change things that I think are wrong, even before there's a problem. And so I could have done that before that. I could have brought that up to my previous shift leader, that we weren't being accountable for our girls. We weren't checking up on them as often as we should have. And we're never going to know if we lose one, or if they, go outside for 30 minutes and smoke some weed. We're not going to know where they're at for those 30 minutes. And so shortly after this incident, I implemented that 15-minute check. And so all of my staff, the shift staff, had to carry around a clipboard with their specific girls listed on their clipboard, and they had to go around and do 15-minute checks. So every 15 minutes we had to see every girl that was on our list and check it off. And so if at any point we realized so-and-so's not here, we would call that staff up that had that girl on their list and look at their chart and see, okay, the last time she was here was at 8:15. So where could she have gone in this short amount of time? And so that's something that I learned early on, and that really, really helped me out working with my girls, with those probation and DCFS girls at the school. I ended up working at the school after that. But I take every mistake, every single mistake, as a lesson learned. I think that's the best way to learn and to help, create change and implement different things.